8:42 a.m. it is our time now to talk business, yes. And so this being a Tuesday, I'll just give you updates with regards to the business space and what's happening in the country. And of course, you're still sending me questions and messages on the number that we always use as business people here on the show, asking me about what are the updates with regards to the MTN mobile money fraud case. Of course, this is a story that developed last week, and so we are having updates now. Police is saying that they're still investigating. Now, the police is investigating circumstances under to which some accounts, mobile money accounts by mobile money, customers were pretty much wiped clean in a suspected syndicate. Now, in a statement, of course, that was published by MTN, they say that the company's attention has been drawn to this particular complaints, and they are at it. They are making sure that they get to the bottom of this, and they're saying that in case you have any questions, and this is the message that we're sounding last week, in case you have any queries, any complaints, be sure to walk to any MTN or mobile money center or MTN, kind of office to table your queries and your complaints, and they'll look at those. It's still a story that is snowballing, and of course here in Business Updates we'll be sure to give you and bring you the updates as they unfold. But continue telling me. The number is 0750-933-088. That's the number that you can use. Let's move on, and of course let's talk about matters gambling in the country. We do know that there's a time just a few months ago, in the beginning of this particular year, there's a time when government said that, we're going to make sure that we tame this particular industry, the gaming, the betting industry, the gambling industry, so to speak. And so now the EAC governments, the East African community governments, have moved to raise taxes just to curb gaming addiction in the region. So it's not just a conversation that is taking center stage here in the country, but in East Africa as a whole. Now, we do have the president who recently pretty much directed the Ministry of Finance to stop the licensing of sports betting and gaming and gambling companies in the country. But of course, we know that this is still a story that we're watching keenly, just to see what then the government pretty much articulates substantively with regards to the same. Now, the ESA is saying that a number of young people are being swayed into betting, wasting their productive hours, their coins into the same. Families are being affected with regards to the same. And so it's not just a Ugandan problem, but the East African governments have said that they have renewed and revived their efforts and their energies to ensure that they raise taxes in gaming, to ensure that this is a culture that is checked. It's a culture that is going to be tamed, so to speak, to ensure that this is discouraged in most countries and regions in the East African region. Of course, we do know that Uganda levies 35% tax on betting, while Kenya pretty much reduced the same to 15% after lobbying by the sector players. It's still a conversation. Of course, with this move, it's going to affect the the betting and the gaming companies. But let's see what unfolds with regards to the same. Of course, like I said, this is a story that will follow keenly for you. In case you're in the same sector, tell us what's happening. Have you felt any ripple effects with regards to the same? The ESC government saying that they will raise taxes to ensure that they actually curb and discourage the gaming culture in the East African countries. What's your take? What's your view on the same? The hashtag is morning@NTV across all the social media platforms. That's it for Business Updates this morning. I'll check you tomorrow and Thursday. Remember the drill? The number is on your screen. So what you do, you the business person, in case you have any business related challenges or queries, send in a voice note or a voice recording or a video recording to that particular WhatsApp number. I'll be sure to look at those and give you custom-made solutions to the same. That's what we always do. And at some point in this particular show, at a later stage, pretty much maybe next week, let's see how it goes, we will just give testimonials on the same, the number of businesses that have been able to be helped and have gotten aid or pretty much advice right here on the show. We'll be able to sample those just to tell you that, by the way, what we're doing is impacting businesses, and we're glad to be doing this. Remember, our mission right here is to make sure that we transform our country's economy, Uganda's economy, a business at a time. And I always say that the business starts with yours. So do that. Don't be left out in this particular bandwagon. We're taking a short commercial break. I'll be back with the crew to wind up the show. Stay here.